Hello everyone and welcome back for a new video. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Emma's Flair. If you live in the pop culture zeitgeist as much as I do, you probably know about the clean girl, right? Or you might be wondering, who is the clean girl? Who's that girl? Well, her favorite hairstyle is a sleek back bun. She wears glazing donut, road lip balm, a ton of blush with very minimal makeup, but a ton of blush still. Her wardrobe consists in aloe sets in very neutral colors, or maybe a baby pink set. She does 8 sessions of Pilates per week, and she drinks the double amount of matcha a normal person should drink. That clean girl aesthetic has been very popular and trending on TikTok for quite some time, ever since COVID, actually. What happened during COVID is that nobody was wearing makeup anymore and no one was buying makeup anymore. So a lot of makeup brands actually called it quits and just stopped producing makeup altogether. And the clean girl aesthetic is the marketing favorite TikTok trend ever because it pushes people to consumerism and buy a lot, or when I say a lot, I mean a lot of different products, an endless amount of products really, to achieve this unattainable clean girl aesthetic. And so all the girls on TikTok ended up looking the exact same because being unique and on the opposite spectrum of minimalistic are judged and criticized as cringe. But let me tell you this, the clean girl has been killed, okay? She's been offed, all right? She's in a tomb somewhere in a cemetery, okay? A little disclaimer, this take is based upon my own opinions and thoughts. So let me introduce to you the culprit, who is the one and only, the queen of cringe and try-hard culture, Addison Rae. Ever since she debuted her studio album, Addison Rae has been leaning into the Tumblr 2010s aesthetic, which I would describe as a mix between indie sleaze and year 2K fashion. Which totally makes sense because she was born in 2000, just like me. And people tend to get nostalgic over the fashion trends that were very popular at a time when we were teenagers. Watching teen shows like Skins and Pretty Little Liars, she has been reviving the Tumblr era. But the fun, colorful, mysterious, bubblegum artsy side of it, not the dark and twisted, if you know, you know, side of Tumblr at that time, right? Which is a good thing, a very good thing. The thing with Addison is that she is heavily criticized for being cringe or for trying too hard. And guess what? She owns up to it. She actually loves it. She thrives in it. She dresses in flashy colors and wears very mismatched clothing, which is the exact opposite of the current beige aesthetic trend era. And so she really stands out within the pop girly community alongside with Pink Panthers. She dresses in clothes that are accessible because they can be thrifted. She doesn't wear a lot of designer clothes and pushes the DIY agenda, which was prominent in the 2010s. It's the perfect mix between high-end and low-end brands, and she mixes vintage with the new. On top of that, her look can easily be replicated without spending too much money on it, which is perfect for setting trends that are not unattainable, like the quiet luxury one or the clean girl aesthetic, which heavily relies on people buying a lot of products to attain that truly unattainable look. Addison's style provokes nostalgia in people, which is something we tend to lean into whenever the political climate feels very much unstable and the future seems so dark that we just don't want to think about it. So we're going to lean towards nostalgic feelings to emulate positive emotions. She's also pushing the relatable agenda. She was not born wealthy. She's from a small town. She had a One Direction fan page and very big dreams, which she has worked very hard to accomplish. You can see all that in her music videos. They're messy, but very optimistic and very freeing and liberating. I love this quote from Headphones On. I know the lows are what makes the highs higher, so I tell myself this as a reminder, life's no fun through clear waters. In this music video, she works as a cashier in a grocery store, and she wears wired headphones, which have since been replaced by earpods. Whenever she makes public appearances that are being photographed by paparazzi, she seems very casual and free-spirited, but also very quirky and eclectic. She wears leggings and peep-toe shoes and scarves and neon colors, trends that are deemed outdated by the mainstream because they haven't been in style for quite some time. Her looks are nowhere near understated, and they gear toward the opposite direction from the current trends that are very minimalist, refined, tailored, luxurious, which are symbols of higher social status and wealth, which are impossible to copy by the average person. So she's really been leaning into the self-made, approachable pop star who is, for once, not a nepo baby. Sorry, Gracie Abrams. And flourishes in the counterculture, which goal is to reject the mainstream until she becomes it. Addison is trying hard, okay? Her outfits are oversaturated, eclectic, and maximalist, just like her album cover, which is very recognizable with its yellow hue. She wears pastels and glitter and feathers. She also wears, these like big baggy t-shirts with inspirational or funny quotes on it, which is very reminiscent of very specific time. She also posts blurry pictures taken with an iPhone 5 of, highly saturated roses. She wears fur coats in her hotel room and flashy pink lipstick. She wears feathers on her head all the time and very bright colored wigs. I personally love her look in the headphones on music video, the purple hoodie, which is so reminiscent of Justin Bieber in the 2010s, the pink hair, of course, the very neon bright colors, the Union Jack nail polish with the very smoky eye makeup and the little gems under her eyes. I mean, it's perfect. It really is perfect. Another thing that I really appreciate in Addison Rae is that she rejects cynicism. She's the opposite of that. Cynicism has been quite encompassing in social media. People are always being very negative, and the sarcastic and very dark sense of humor is very much appreciated by the masses, and I like that Addison is always very bubbly. She always seems and appears as overjoyed and excited and always smiling and super happy and grateful and giggly, which is an attitude that can be judged as very cringy and very try-hard, but she doesn't really care about that. She actually embraces it. And in my humble opinion, may I say that we need this type of attitude towards life in general, because we live in very, very depressing times. Yeah, we do. Which I understand why cynicism is so popular at the moment, because it is a way to cope. But maybe with a little bit more of positive thinking, we would be able to cope better with our overall depressing lives. So she practices mindfulness, and she organized like sound therapy sessions during her meet and greet with her fans. And she also recognizes that she's making art heavily influenced by people she's been loving and listening to for years and years, like Britney and Madonna and Arca and Bjork. And with the help of her stylist, Dara, she carefully curates her references in her music videos, or with the incredible golden gypsy dress that she wore in one of her music videos and on stage while performing on the Jimmy Fallon Tonight Show. She is a pop music and overall music industry student. She studies it carefully and she curates it to create this very timeless music that people have been loving and have reacted very positively towards, which in my opinion makes her very, very relevant and the next influential trendsetter. She's also one of the reasons why I believe that the 2010s trends are making a huge comeback when it comes to fashion, but also music and anything related to pop culture. I think we're going to see a resurgence of all that, and I am so ready for it because I love this era. I grew up in this era, and I think we need a little bit of that joy and bright colors and positive thinking in our lives at this time. So yeah, I hope you liked this video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more. I will see you for next week's video, and until then, enjoy your week. Bye.